He was not born the king of men, but was a child of the common people, who made himself a great persuader, therefore a leader, by dint of firm resolve, patient effort, and dogged perseverance.
The man who wrote those words was a prominent newspaper man by the name of Horace Greeley, who during Lincoln's lifetime was often one of his severest critics. But even critics like Greeley recognized the source of Lincoln's power. Lincoln was a splendid communicator, a great persuader. He understood that the ability to communicate is essential to effective leadership. Lincoln mastered the fundamentals to such a degree that many scholars consider the best of his work, speeches such as the Second Inaugural Address and the Gettysburg Address, to be on a par with the finest pieces ever created in the English language. By following some simple, timeless principles of good communication, Lincoln achieved amazing results, advancing from the lowest ranks of American society to the executive mansion. If a backwoods boy on the frontier can pick up and master these principles, so can you. They can be relearned in any generation by those who seek to become successful, no matter where they came from or how far they want to go. To present these time-honored principles, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln.
I sometimes am asked how I managed to become president. It was certainly not my good looks. A woman came up to me once, she said, "Mr. Lincoln, you're the ugliest man I ever saw in my life." I said, "I can't help it." She said, "You could at least stay home." It was not due to my administrative ability. Prior to leaving Springfield, I'd never supervised anybody except a law clerk or two. My law firm was fairly successful, but more than once we had to admit to clients that we had misplaced important documents. I even kept a cardboard box labeled, "If you can't find it anywhere else, look into this." It was not my formal education. I never saw the inside of a high school, an academy, or a college. What formal education I did receive took place in little one-room schools on the frontier. Grand total of 1 year. But I was good at one thing. I learned to communicate with people. This is an invaluable skill. Through the years, I've noticed that people who learn how to communicate well are more likely to succeed than those who can't. Effective communication can improve your income, make sales, get you elected to office, win friends, and make the world a better place in which to live. I've been asked to briefly summarize what I know about the subject. In order to comply, I will rely on some of my speeches, plus letters, diaries, and newspapers of the time. Here are some underlying and timeless principles that I'd like to share with you. There are 10 of them. Principle number 1. If you want to communicate effectively, you must have something to say.